Dear friends, in class 11 we are studying third chapter trigonometric functions, and next point is signs of trigonometric functions. So let us try to understand the signs of some of the functions. Now see, we have already studied this, a circle, unit circle means that is the circle of radius 1 unit, and we have considered this arc is of length x. Now we know that L is equal to r theta. So from that we get, if radius is 1, we get theta also, that is the central angle is also x. Now from this we have also discovered that sin x is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse, and we have got it is equal to y coordinate, that is b upon 1, that is equal to b, and cos x is equal to a, that is x coordinate. Please understand here, cos x is x coordinate and sin x is y coordinate, that is the second coordinate. Now so from this we have also discovered that if we have also found that sin 0, if this x value is 0, x coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 0. So from this we have got sin 0 is equal to 0, that is y coordinate, and sin 0 cos 0 is equal to 1, that is x coordinate. Then sin pi by 2 or sin 90 is equal to y coordinate, that is 1, and cos 90 or cos pi by 2 is 0, that is x coordinate. This is what we have already studied earlier. Now try to understand, when if you consider a negative angle, that is if this angle is, if you take this x in this direction, in the clockwise direction, if the length of arc is taken in clockwise direction, we know that angle measured is negative x. That is, we have studied this. If the angles are measured in anti-clockwise direction, they are considered positive, and if they are measured in clockwise direction, they are negative. Now if this is x, it means this will be negative x, since it is in the direction of the clock. Now if you see this coordinate of this will be, please note, x coordinate will be positive because it is in fourth quadrant. So we will have a positive and b will be, y coordinate will be negative. Understand this. So here x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. So you will get sin of minus x. Sin of minus x is equal to, y coordinate is negative b, and cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is equal to x coordinate is again positive. Please note. So x coordinate is positive, so cos of negative x is equal to a. From this we understand that sin of negative x is equal to, therefore we can say that sin of negative x is equal to negative sin of x. That is, b is equal to sin x. So if you put sin x value, you will get negative sin x, means sin of negative x is equal to minus into sin x, and cos of negative x is equal to cos x itself. So cos of negative x is equal to cos x, and sin of negative x is equal to negative sin x. Now try to understand, if the angles are from 0 to pi by 2, that is in the first quadrant, if x is greater than 0 but less than pi by 2, that is angles are in first quadrant. Please note here, in first quadrant both the coordinates are positive, we will have sin x will be greater than 0. Try to understand, sin x in first quadrant it can be at the most at least 0, or it can be at the most 1. So sin x will always be between 0 and 1. Now if the sign is negative x, that is, you can say, we will take in second quadrant first. This is first quadrant. Here we have got x is equal to 0 to pi by 2. Now if the value is pi by 2 is less than x is less than pi, that is 180 degrees, then it means x lies in second quadrant. Please note, in second quadrant x coordinate, that is first quadrant, is negative, x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. We will get in second quadrant x coordinate is negative and try to understand, this is x coordinate, this is negative axis, negative x axis, this is positive x axis. In second quadrant we get negative x coordinate and positive y coordinate. So positive y coordinate means sign is positive, that is it will be maximum 1 and will be minimum 0. So sin x will be less than 1, sin x will be less than 1 and greater than 0. So sin x, or you can say it lies between 1 and 0. So sin x is positive. Please understand, when you consider from here to here, we get sin x positive. Let us see what happens to the cos x. Now if you see the cos x value, cos x from 0 to, if the x angle lies between here to here, please note cos x is equal to x coordinate. So again please note it is again positive. So you will get 0 greater than cos x is less than 1. So your cos x will lie between 1 to 0. And in second quadrant what happens, see here 0 is the maximum value and it becomes negative 1, means cos x lies between, here cos x lies between 0. So cos x is less than 0 but is greater than negative 1 in first quadrant. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant. Now let us see what happens in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, x coordinate is also negative and y coordinate is also negative. So please note here, we will get sin values are also negative and cos values are also negative. Sin is y coordinate and cos is x coordinate. It means in third quadrant, sin values are negative. So when the x lies between pi is less than x is less than 3 pi by 2, that is the angle lies between this negative x axis and negative y axis, that is it is in the third quadrant. We will get sin value will be 0 to, y coordinate changes from 0 to negative 1. So sin lies between negative 1 is less than sin x is less than 0 and cos x is x coordinate, that is again 0 to minus 1. So you will have cos x also is also negative. Please note here it is less than 0 means it is negative, sin x is less than 0 means negative, cos x is less than 0 means negative, but it is greater than negative 1. So here when the angle lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, we have both the values negative. Now in fourth quadrant, let us see what happens. In fourth quadrant, that is angles are, in fourth quadrant I am writing here, angles are x lies between 3 pi by 2 and twice pi. Now here sign value changes, that is y coordinate changes from negative 1 to 0. Negative 1 to 0, it means sign lies between, sin x is between 0 and negative 1 and cos x changes from 0 to positive 1. Please note cos x changes from x coordinate, that is 0 to 1, means cos x is less than 1 but greater than 0. Here cos x is positive and sin x is negative. So please note here in first quadrant we have got sin x positive, cos x positive. In second quadrant we have got sin x positive, sin x values are always positive, the cos x are negative. And in third quadrant we have got both sin x negative and cos x also negative. Cos x values are also negative. In fourth quadrant we have got sin x is negative, and cos x is positive. So from this we can find the other ratios as well. See here, sin x is positive, cos x is positive. It means we have already studied sin x is equal to sin x is equal to 1 upon cosec x, and cos x is equal to 1 upon sin x, sorry, sec x. So if sin x is positive, cosec x will also be positive. If cos x is positive, sec x is also positive. So see here, sin x is positive, cos x is positive, cosec x is positive, sec x is positive. Here sin x is inverse of the cosec x. So if sin x is positive, it means cosec x is also positive. Cosec x is also positive. Cos x is negative means sec x is also negative. Sec x is also negative. This is positive cos cosec x is positive and sec x is negative. Now sin x is negative means cosec x is also negative. Cosec x is negative. Cos x is negative means sec x is negative. Now here sin x is negative means cosec x is also negative. Cosec x is negative, and cos x is positive means sec x is positive, because it is inverse reciprocals of each other. So we have got sin x cos x, then here cosec x is also positive, sec x is also positive. So we have got 4 ratios. Now we know that tan theta is equal to sin upon cos. Tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. So let us see what we get. Here sin theta positive, cos theta positive. So this positive upon positive will be positive. Hence tan theta is positive, tan x is positive, and hence its inverse cot theta is cot x will also be positive. We know that cot x is equal to cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. So if this is positive, it means this is also positive. Now here let us see. One is negative. If one is negative means sin x is positive, cos x is negative. So the positive upon negative is negative. It means tan x is negative. Tan x is negative. So cot x will also be negative. Here both are negative. Negative. Sin x upon cos x. Negative upon negative cancel. So we'll get tan x positive. And so cot x will also be positive. Here sin x is negative. Cos x is one of the ratio is negative. So we'll get tan x also negative. Tan x is equal to negative and cot x is also negative. So from this you will understand that in first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive. Here only sin and its inverse is positive. So I can write all positive. Here sin positive. Here please note, here tan positive and here cos positive. So you can remember it in this way. In first quadrant all positive, in second quadrant sin and its inverse positive, in third quadrant tan and its inverse positive, and in fourth quadrant cos and its inverse positive. So all sin, tan, cos, it can be remembered in this way. All sin, tan, cos, that is first, second, third, fourth quadrants. Dear friends, this is complicated to remember. I request you to watch the video again and again so that you will understand the sign conventions and you will be able to remember further. The easy way to remember is in first quadrant all positive, in second quadrant sin and its inverse positive, in third quadrant tan and its inverse positive, and fourth quadrant cos and its inverse positive. So all sin, tan, cos. If you remember the sequence, then you will be able to remember which trigonometric ratio is positive between which angles.